You guys approved the July meeting minutes last time? We did.
Good to go, sir.
All right. Let's open the meeting, 6:32. Field number 502, Nicholas and Brianne Teeter, 49 Clinton. Looking to build a porch closer than allowed by current zoning. New porch to closely match the existing footprint of the former porch.
That is online, I think.
I'm sorry.
I think that is online.
Okay. Okay, so typically we start off with an explanation of the request from the applicant. Are you online to speak to it?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. If you could just give kind of a brief overview of what you're trying to do.
Yes. So previously the house, as far back as 1970s, had a porch on the front, which was taken down. So we were looking to do some repairs, and one of the options was to put a porch back up. You should have a picture of the house with darker siding with a picture of a porch. It's going to be pretty close to the same size and dimensions, just a little bit newer. It'll be 6 feet deep, and it'll leave 8 to 10 feet between the front of the porch to the sidewalk. The house isn't perfectly parallel with the sidewalk, so that's why there's a difference. So yeah, it'd be about 8 feet tall, with a covered porch, 6 feet deep, the full width of the front of the house, which is about 33 feet.
Okay. Thank you.
Question, Adam.
I'm sorry.
I have a question for the applicant.
Well, typically we open it up to anybody else from the village that wants to speak, but we got nobody. So I think we'll move on to questions from the board.
Yeah, but who was talking to?
Here.
Oh, hi. You said the porch will end up 8 to 10 feet from the front of the porch to the sidewalk, but the survey that we have has from the front of the house to the sidewalk is 13.6, and if your porch is 6 feet wide, as it does, I don't know, can you see this? I don't know.
Yes.
If your porch is 6 feet wide, like you showed there, that only leaves 7 feet 6. So where
Yeah, so
does 10 feet come from?
So the survey is actually the property line.
Right.
So to go to the sidewalk, because of the taper, the house isn't parallel to the sidewalk.
Right.
So actually, I measured. Yeah, I measured
Okay.
myself. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, because
You're
what
welcome.
I think my understanding is what we're talking about here is to the property line, because that's what the zoning ordinance speaks to. Doesn't speak to the street line, right?
Right.
So we would be talking about the 7.6.
Yep.
Close to what our boundary would consider would be. Thank you.
Welcome.
Just for clarification, that's 15-foot setback in the zoning.
I thought it was. Yeah, it was. It's sort of what? Yeah, let's see.
25 feet from the center line of the street.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Right.
This-
30 to the 3
No, this says the front yard 30 feet on a single family.
to 30 feet to what?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Front yard depth.
Yeah, I was told by Kevin that it'd be 30 feet from the front of the building to the property line.
To the property line,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so, and you're gonna end up with, can you go back over, we were a little, not quite clear on where the steps were. One interpretation was they were gonna be as part of and embedded in the 6 feet and end at the end of the 6 feet. Another was that part of them or all of them might extend beyond that 6 feet toward the property line. Could you clarify that?
Yeah, absolutely. So last time there was a little bit of confusion trying to explain how the landing and the stairs. So we have stairs currently that go all the way from the front of the house to the sidewalk. There's only a few feet of actual side walkway between the end of the stairs and the sidewalk.
Mhm.
So the 6 feet of porch would just replace the first 6 feet of stairs and landing off the house. The rest of the stairs would remain.
So those 3 steps that we see in the picture, with the white railing coming up from your sidewalk aren't gonna change at all.
Correct. If
Okay.
anything, we would add one more step to cover up any height differences.
To
Up
the
at
top,
Yeah, so those 3 steps would remain. We would just add a step if needed, depending on the height difference.
Okay, got it. So that they're gonna go beyond the new porch base,
Correct.
and the porch is gonna be an open porch.
Correct. So there will be railings because it'll be higher than the code requirement.
Anyone have any more questions?
No. Ruth is on now. I don't know if she has it.
Oh, hi Ruth, how are you?
Silent.
Well,
She's,
muted maybe.
she is muted. You're muted, Ruth.
there you go.
It's still muted. Ruth, if you can find your mute button. We'd love to hear from you.
Oh, there,
Oh,
I'm back. I'm an
Hey.
embarrassment for Zoom.
Excuse me?
I'm an embarrassment when it comes to anything involving Zoom.
We won't hold that against you.
Electronics.
Nobody wants to be good at Zoom.
Well, I'd like to-
Ruth,
yes,
Ruth, do you have any questions for the applicant?
no, Patricia covered my questions.
Okay, great. Let's move on to the decision meeting. At this point, it's just a conversation between the boards. There's no public comments. I guess I'll start. I think I'm pretty biased in this opinion. I did exactly what the applicant is attempting to do. I had a small porch that was on the front of my house, looking at historic pictures that there was a larger porch and I came to the zoning board, got the clearances and put it on, and I've had nothing but compliments from it. So I think this is good for the village. I think it'll look great, and I'm personally, I'm all for it.
The motion.
Well, in memory of Joan, I won't make a motion, but I'm ready if unless anybody else wants to speak.
I think front porches are lovely and they are great in small villages, and people sit out there, people walk by. It makes it a much friendlier place, and I think just as long as, now that we've clarified where it's going to be, and thank the applicant for providing this for us, because I think that clarifies a lot of the questions I had at the last meeting. So,
I think knowing that front step is staying in the same place and it's all back
Right.
in there, that
right, right,
makes it
and
pretty
you're
obvious.
showing where it is to the property line, all that, yeah, that's really helpful. So
Okay.
I thank them for that, and I think porches are great.
Well, actually, before we jump to the any motion, we have to do the test here. So this, I'm sure this would be, if our lawyer was here, they would agree, this is a type 2 action, I think we call it, no secret required. But we do have to go through the questionnaire for the area variance. And I'm hoping it's somewhere in this packet, because I didn't bring my book.
Here,
Yeah, all right. All right, so there's 5 questions, the balancing test for an area variance. We have to vote on each one of them. Again, you don't have to pass all of these. We'll need it on the record. Number 1, would there be an undesirable change in neighborhood character or a detriment to nearby properties?
No.
Say no,
Oh, no,
unanimous no. Number 2, can the benefit be achieved by other means feasible to the applicant? I think that's the front of his house, and he wants to put a front porch on it. That seems like the only way to get that. So I'm gonna say no.
No.
No,
Oh,
Just-
no,
No, all right, unanimous again. Number 3, is the requested variance substantial? If, we looked it up, I mean, it is 30 feet, and it's only gonna be 7.5, so I think, yes, it is.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
All
yes,
right, unanimous, yes. Number 4, would the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood?
No.
Nope.
no,
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 No.
okay, sorry, I didn't.
sorry.
And the last one, has the alleged difficulty been self-created?
Yeah.
I think I answer yes on this every time. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a front porch, you want
Right.
to. Yes. Okay, I think we're through the formalities here. Does anyone want
Make a motion, we allow the variance.
to, as requested?
Yeah, I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Yes,
Aye.
I,
Unanimously passed. Congratulations, Nicholas. I can't wait to see the new front porch.
Agreed.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
this was the easy part.
Should we vote on accepting the minutes from the August meeting? I had a chance
August meeting.
to read through.
September.
August 31st.
I think it was August.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was-
Oh, yeah.
Is that the first half of this meeting?
Yes.
Isn't this is the continuation?
Minutes
There's this chair, there's some minutes. I think,
minutes go to meeting, so. you
So
vote
this
for
was a
them.
brand new meeting?
in terms of minutes.
It's a tabled, motion, but it's a brand new meeting.
Same deal.
Motion to accept it.
Yeah, I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I heard a Ruth, aye.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're just down to the last motion.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
I,
The world record tonight, everybody. Have a good night, Ruth.
good night.